What's up, everybody? My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic, and today we are playing Kenrith Brawl. Kenrith the Return King, and I've been waiting to do this for forever, and once I finally had the chance to build it, it's really difficult to build. This is not an easy one to build around because you literally have all other cards to play with, and Kenrith is really an interesting one because there is benefits of having creatures because 3 of his abilities have to deal with creatures. So you want creatures available and stuff, but you also want just a ton of mana to be able to use those abilities and everything. And so this was just a really funky one, I felt like, for me building this. But we're going to have some fun with it and kind of go with it. So the main thing I went for is just a lot of ramp. I decided, okay, early game ramp is really what's going to matter. And then if we get all of our colors, we can play a lot of really good stuff up on the top end. The dream is to get to a Fires of Invention. If we get Fires of Invention out with Kenrith and able to, play him consistently and just go crazy, because and actually I'm interested with Fires of Invention. You can cast spells with converted mana costs. So with Kenrith, if he goes to the command zone, does his converted mana cost go up, or is it still 5 for his converted mana cost? Because I believe that I would be able to then play Kenrith for free with Fires of Invention as long as I have 5 mana or more. So that's an interesting one. I need to check that out, and we'll maybe test it out here. So Fires of Invention would be great. I was debating on bringing in Wishclaw Talisman as well, just to search up Fires of Invention, but then they get to search up a way to destroy Fires of Invention right away, and so it didn't feel like a good way to go with that. And so instead, we're just having a lot of fun playing lots of good value stuff and throughout the entire deck, throughout everything here, just everything with value, lots of ramp, and just fun stuff. It's a little bit Super Friends-y, but not really. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it goes, and wish me luck. All right, we're up against Sheraugen, bring it on, and playing a Niv-Mizzet deck. I've seen quite a few of these ones, which it's really good. Once Upon a Time, great. Chromatic Lantern, great. Assassin's Trophy, we can't play, but we can maybe dig for it, for a way to play it. And Nissa, so I mean, we're going to keep it. We do have some ramp, we do have some interaction, maybe. Hello, how are you? Let's go ahead and draw a card first. And the fact that we have so many colors, we have a Scry early on as well. We just have some good stuff going on for us. Do I want to Scry first? Because if I hit something I like, I don't have to play Once Upon a Time until later. I don't have green mana to play anything else. So Nicol Bolas to the bottom right now. Pass the turn. We can use Once Upon a Time next turn. Hopefully it doesn't get countered then. That would be annoying. Fibblethip. Alright, draws a card. Swings in for 1. Down to 24. Sad. Hey, we got all of our colors. Alright, now do I actually care to do that? Let's go ahead and Once Upon a Time now. I don't think there's anything I'm caring to kill right now. Okay. Risen Reef or Arboreal Grazer. That's a tough choice because Risen Reef has a chance of ramping us up later, but we don't have many other things Risen Reef does. We don't have tons of elementals, so it's kind of a one-shot thing where Arboreal Grazer ramps us up immediately. So I think I'm actually going for the Grazer. As weird as it seems. And let's go Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. Next turn we get Chromatic Lantern, and then we have Kenrith on board. We have Nissa on board. Drawn from Dreams can go dig for a ton of great stuff for us. We just hope they don't have lots of counters in this one. And it's crazy to see like what versions people are going to be playing with this stuff. Block 1, take 1. That's interesting. Okay, Chromatic Lantern. See if they have a counter. No counter. Interesting. And this is land you control. Do I want to shock just to have Assassin's Trophy available? Our life total is going to come into play here. Let's go ahead and put it in tapped. And no attacks past the turn. So we can bring down Kenrith next turn as well if we wanted to. We can draw from Dreams, dig for Fires of Invention. Witching Well. I'm just worried that they're leaving up mana. It could just be that they have lots of red stuff with 2. I don't even know. Did they just put both to the bottom? I missed it. Let's go Nissa. All right, so they did have a counter. Oh, that's good stuff into the graveyard. Maybe I should just always go for Kenrith, because if Kenrith gets countered, it's at least not a loss of card advantage. You know, it's like I still get it back to the command zone. We expect to be casting him for an expensive amount at some point because we know that Kenrith will die at some point. It's just how it goes. All right, they're almost to Niv-Mizzet, which we have Assassin's Trophy for, which is kind of annoying because it ramps him up to be able to play it again. See, if I Beanstalk Giant, I can then play Questing Beast again. So let's go ahead and Beanstalk Giant, or Fertile Footsteps. If they counter it, it's bad. It's annoying, but it's not terrible. Let's go with... I want to make sure I have all my colors. I have all my colors down there, right? Let's just go for Island, I guess. Questing Beast. Now they counter it. Or they draw a card. You could also draw there. Right, the race is on. Down to 21. Questing Beast can swing through the Niv-Mizzet unless they want to trade off. Crackling Drake. That's okay right now. Our Beanstalk Giant will come in as a 6/6, right? Ooh. Oh, please resolve. Oh, this will be so good. All right. It was greedy, I know. All right, they can trade off with everything. Actually, they can't block with any of these guys. Dude, Questing Beast is so good. I always forget how good it is. Down to 17. We're still in trouble. They can play Niv-Mizzet now. Which we have Assassin's Trophy for it. They get to draw one, ping us once. And then they get closer to being able to play it again, which is really annoying. I wonder if that's just a good time for us to bring out Kenrith. Block. Okay, Assassin's Trophy, Niv-Mizzet. If we play Stomping Ground, we can play Kenrith and give it haste and trample and swing in. Okay, Kenrith. Is it all creatures? That's interesting. That's really good if you're playing 2-headed giant, I guess. So down to 8 past the turn. They have land, they get Niv-Mizzet in, but they don't get to do anything else, which is good for us. We can swing in and Kenrith can grow whatever one Niv-Mizzet decides to block or anything like that. Like, there's a lot of things we can do with Kenrith after that point. Is there anything in the graveyard that we'd want to grab? Not any creatures. We have a lot of planeswalkers, which is the issue of going with more planeswalkers than creatures with Kenrith. Terramander. That can become big. All right, let's go ahead and go to combat, see how they block. Okay, just get rid of it. Go to blocks. All right, so give him trample. And we have lethal right now. Sweet. All right, that was good. That was really good. Okay, Kenrith is awesome. He rocks. That was fun. Oh, dude, that was blast. That was sweet. Chromatic Lantern also a big winner there. Well of Souls against Oko. Oko is annoying because our Kenrith just gets turned into Elks, which is... It goes along with the story, right? But this is an amazing hand. Yeah, this is really good. Keeping this. Scry turn 1, Breeding Pool, Risen Reef. You don't even need to pay for this Breeding Pool. With Command Tower, we can use this, and we're up against Oko. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it. So if we Command Tower Arcane Signet, then the next turn we can kill him. I kill him. I kill him dead. Yeah, Command Tower, Arcane Signet. Our mana is online. We have 2 of any color now. As long as, I mean, I guess Oko could just kill our Arcane Signet. I forgot about that. That's really bad. But it also means that then there's a 3/3 attacking him he has to deal with. Okay, Vivs.
I've lost so much already. I won't. You fight like a
Vivs
brat.
digs. Beanstalk Giant's good. Risen Reef is good. Let's go Risen Reef though. I could Conclave Tribunal the Vivian, which would be nice. Right now we're just trying to ramp though. If we can ramp up, get to like a Garruk, something like that, just start creating consistent value, we should be good. Yeah, take action. Okay, ramping is good. More colors. Next turn, Kenrith can swing in for 5 as well, which is pretty good. We also have Garruk to just create some wolves each turn. Which, if they're just playing Oko, that might be good enough. Create a food token. All right, let's kill Kenrith.
Trust me.
They do have something in exile, and they can play stuff instant speed. Pixie. Okay. KKK. Not the KKK. That. Anyway.
You think nature is kind?
How much mana do we have? Okay, I can kill both commanders. The issue is Oko just comes back. All right, Murder Strider, kill Oko.
Wallow in your deceit.
Conclave Tribunal, get rid of Vivian. I'm surprised they didn't play this instant speed.
I always survive. You'll see.
Oko's coming back, most likely. Garruk is a pretty good contender against Oko. They get to create lots of, like, he gets to create elk tokens, but creating 2 wolf tokens over and over again does end up winning that matchup. Not playing with Oko, okay. Vivian's arc bow is really annoying. Faeburrow Elder. So good. See how much mana do we have? So Garruk. We could Faeburrow Elder, Murderous Rider. We're holding up possible counter magic. And getting Faeburrow Elder out there is pretty good, just with Kenrith being able to do lots and lots of things. I am going to go for Garruk, though. I'm hoping they don't have a counter spell here. Okay.
The wilds are primal.
I'm just going to create 2 Wolfies.
We were born for the hunt.
Pass the turn. Incubation Druid gets big, Oko gets annoying, but overall, as long as we're creating enough bodies on the battlefield, it's pretty difficult for Oko to deal with it. This Mirrorleaf Pixie is annoying, and we're going to have to deal with it somehow, which, I mean, Garruk could have done, I guess. But then that also means they don't have protection for their face. We're going to get at least 3 turns out of this. When I say at least, we're hoping for 3 turns out of it. Oh my heavens. Nice. Ah, come on. Mass Manipulation is like the stupidest card in Magic. That pisses me off. That really makes me angry. You can do everything right, but if you don't just happen to do that the right way. Ugh. All right, so if I play Kenrith, I can go, and I've Watery Grave, I can give him haste, I can put a counter onto him, swing in, kill all the wolves and himself, and do nothing to Garruk. And he gets 3 stuff. Yeah, that's not good enough, right? Okay, Faeburrow Elder. This is, yeah, we have quite a few colors with all of this. Let's go ahead, Beanstalk Giant. Dig for land. I can play Water Grave and Murder Strider. We empty our entire hand, but it's fun. Grabbing a forest. Forests are actually important if we do run into Nissa. At least get a little bit extra value there. And we do have Beanstalk Giant on the next turn, which is big boy. Dude, Mass Manipulation is just such a game-ending card. It's hard to play. It makes sense. It's good. But man, that really is annoying. I don't know how we can beat this Garruk now. Maybe if they swing in with all these wolves, Kenrith can come in. Beanstalk Giant could end up become hasty. Yeah, we're done. Good game. If Faeburrow Elder had been able to stay out and be able to do, you know, add an extra 4 mana, we could have done quite a few things, but not enough. Like, we could have played Beanstalk Giant and Kenrith and give him haste and trample and swung at Garruk. That way we could at least maybe stabilize the board. But past that point, no. So let's go to the next game. Okay, Valchinoc. Bring it on, Valchinoc. And playing Golos, which Field of the Dead is a thing. But there's only one of them. With Command Tower, Gift of Paradise, we do have Ramp. Let's go ahead and keep it. We also have Bone Crusher. on 2, which is pretty grand. Guardian Project is pretty good too. All right, what you got, Golos, Volchnak? And I'd love to hear down in the comments below what Brawl decks you guys have been testing around with. I have quite a few. I've done Safara, Yarok, Grumgully, Kenrith. I did a Sarkin the Masterless one, which I thought was pretty fun. Let me play this. Yeah, Sarkin the Masterless was an interesting one because there's really not as many red Planeswalkers as there used to be, but there's still like 7 between that if you're using Karn and you know, the colorless ones as well. And so, I mean, there's some value in just playing Sarkin. Torbrand is also another one that's pretty insane right now. Let's just play Plains past the turn. I don't want them to think that we have stuff to do right now. I'd rather with the Bone Crusher Giant. Anyway, yeah, so next turn we play Command Tower, Gift of Paradise onto Plains. That is better than the Chandra right now. Just getting the ramp up to like be able to play Guardian Project or something like that is so good. And if we can outvalue these guys, then even if they're creating tokens, that's fine. Oh, he doesn't have mana to oh, he has the Arcane Signet. Dude, Arcane Signet is so good because it does let you do things like that. Very good. Do I want to shock something now or do I want to hold on to it? It's pretty much our only reach, or it's our only removal spell at the moment. Yeah, I just passed to my turn. Forest is nice. Still putting it on the Plains because we do have Nissa in this deck, and our forests become a little bit more important, and they become creatures possibly, where we can keep this plane as not a creature for forever, and that's just fine. But this does give us lots of colors for mana, and life is good. It also gives us Kenrith next turn if we wanted to play it. We'll probably end up playing... Sarkin's pretty good. We can end up just playing Sarkin. Guardian Project is good, but only if we were actually playing our creatures out right now. And Sarkin with Chandra and everything like that can end up getting pretty broken. Questing Beast means that we still play Sarkin, but now we just pray that it works. Down to 24. We pray that the dragon stays alive. Okay, Command Tower, Sarkin.
Let us fight.
Dragon.
Come to me.
Okay, stay alive, dragon. No bounce spells. They're 5 color with this, but they're pretty heavily green so far, and that's probably just because they're probably pretty heavy green the same reason we are, just for all of the rampantness available. All right, plays Golos. Fill the Dead comes out, but it doesn't do anything yet. I'm not sure if they played another land. I'm guessing they're going to grab Fill of the Dead. They don't really have to with this, though. They can just go grab a color so they can activate the Golos. They need black and white. I guess, actually, they've got it for next turn, which is annoying. Ooh, Fires of Invention. Okay. That's good. Kenrith lets us still give him trample. I don't think we really care about that, though. I kind of want to get all the value from him the same turn. So play Chandra.
Anyone need a match? No. Too bad.
So Golos means that they end up killing this. Maybe we should have just gone for Bone Crusher Giant, like played the Bone Crusher Giant. Because we do end up losing Sarkhan now. Actually put loyalty onto Sarkhan. Oh, dang it, I messed it up. Oops. Oh, that's annoying. I forget that they stopped being planeswalkers. They become a 4/4 red dragon creature. And this puts it onto planeswalkers. Oops. I knew that you could still use the ability, but now Sarkhan does die. I mean, that's if they're willing to trade the questing beast for it. They're a land away from being able to use the Golos ability. But with Fires of Invention and Kenrith, like, we get to do a lot of stuff as well here. I should have just gone for the Bone Crusher Giant, though, because we could have brought it back to the battlefield each turn as well with Kenrith. Yeah, that was a misplay. Casualties of War. Gets rid of Fires of Invention. And the land... Oh my gosh. Nice. Dude, that's like the worst possible card for us here. Alright, Questing Beast forgets its ability. It doesn't hit our face, which is nice. Can we take 7 again and get out Guardian Project? Kenrith comes out and at least can block Golos. We can block Questing Beast and just be... Doesn't really do much. Okay, let's just Stomping Ground, stomp their face, play Bone Crusher Giant. Just as a blocker for the Questing Beast, pass the turn. If they hit a land, anytime they hit a land, all of a sudden they get Golos' ability. Dude, Casualties of War, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's annoying. Godfair statue. Is this just the play or is it... Dude, this guy's playing all these things main board. I mean, I guess there's no other way to play it, right? But... I mean, if we get up to this Realm Cloak Giant, that's going to be fun. We're not out of the game. It's just going to be very difficult for us to do much of anything. Hard casting Circle of Loyalty in a Golos deck? What in the world is this? I mean, if you're ramping up to stuff, I mean, it's nice to have big things, I guess, but... What? No blocks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess that's the reason I'm playing Ethereal Absolution, is for the same type of thing, but... That was ridiculous. We were in such good shape until then, and then all of a sudden Casualties of War, which, I mean, I guess that's why you play, is because it just destroys some decks. I mean, destroying that many things is always good if you're ramping up. The thing, though, is that that's such a mana-demanding deck in a Golos deck, where you want one of every color, but you're not wanting 2 of black and green necessarily. That's a little bit more difficult to do, but... Whatever. All right, we're doing one more game here, and then we'll finish it up. I already said earlier I was only going to do 3, but meh. All right, Eluded. Bring it on Eluded. And up against another Niv-Mizzet deck. Seen a lot of these. Mystical Dispute is pretty nice. The Giant Killer also is pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. We do have some decent removal spell options, I guess. And I'd love to find land off the top of this. Land is good. Really, any color land is fine. Command Tower kind of gives us other colors. I tried to make sure that we didn't have too many things that were really mana demanding. I had to fit in a Nicol Bolas because it's just fun, you know? Command Tower. Pass the turn. Mystical Dispute does hit Niv-Mizzet, and so I may be greedy and hold off. We'll see what ends up coming out. No, I'm just kidding. We're doing it now. I lied. That's a good thing to get rid of. Let's see if they have a Quench now. Or they could have the same thing. Yeah, he's not worth playing, especially if I can't actually use his tap ability without using the command tower right now. So he's better actually killing something, which they could have some stuff here soon. The 4 power, though, maybe not. Okay, Temple of Triumph. Getting more colors out, which is grandiose. That does survive a Realm Cloak Giant if we do need to do that at some point. Which we could play around. We have Conclave Tribunal. I'm just debating if I want anything different. Let's go ahead and keep it on top. It's okay. Pass the turn. So next turn, if they have land, they do get Niv-Mizzet, which we can cast the Giant Killer, the chop down there for it. Is this Chemist's Insight? Radical Ideal. Rouse Outburst. Okay. Drawing lots of cards. Are they just digging for lands? They just threw a land away, right? Ral, okay.
I never back down from a challenge. You like the gauntlets? Built them myself.
We're pretty far away from this Nicol Bolas. Maybe I shouldn't have even played it in this deck. It's kind of an awkward one for it. Conclave Tribunal. We could hit the Arcane Signet. They didn't hit land. They got rid of a land and still didn't hit another one. Let's hit Ral.
Even I make
Though
errors sometimes.
I could just tap this down every turn, but it is a way to get rid of it. And we need to kill it basically 3 different times before it's out of the game. So pass the turn. We have Giant Killer. We have Realm Cloak Giant. We have Garruk. Those are all ways that we can kill Niv-Mizzet. But ways that we can kill Chandra, that's a different story. It's getting a land here, playing Kenrith, and giving him haste. They resolve. Pass the turn. I really wanted to hit land there with Risen Reef. With the Reefer. Crackles comes out. Okay. Let's go ahead and Stomp. I don't think Stomp's going to do much else besides get in at Chandra, so I'd rather keep her down a little bit so we can at least play the game here with her. Bone Crusher Giant does die to her, though. Resolve. Are you kidding me? How many... There's got to be a land somewhere here. Once upon a time. Now there's going to be a bunch of lands, yeah. Green mana may be even better, although Bolas is pretty good. We can get to it. And I don't have to shock myself. Do I need more green mana, though? I don't get Nissa without it. I also can't play Garruk without the black mana, so... And Garruk may be pretty important here. Pass the turn. We know that Chandra's just going to kill our Bone Crusher Giant. So I'd rather at least have the ability to kill something here. Like if Crackling Drake, they're going to play some sort of spell, right? Before they swing. And if they don't, I mean, I guess that's fine too.
Me? Or is it getting a little warm in here?
They don't. How about that? Okie dokie. Then they would probably play Niv-Mizzet. Or play nothing and just dominate with a great board state. I'm surprised they didn't fire that off beforehand. Did they actually plan on me having a giant killer? Okay, Ionize. Okay, Garruk. Destroy Crackling Drake. Draw. If we find black mana, Overgrown Tomb. So now we have Bolas on the next turn, which can kill Chandra. We do have to deal with 3 damage a turn, 4 damage a turn maybe. I'm guessing they're going to neg 2 to kill Garruk here though. Or they go Niv-Mizzet and do something on there. But Bolas to kill Chandra is a way that we can stay in the game. Dude, this is rough.
I'll survive this.
Yep. Gets rid of Garruk. Drawn from Dreams. I'm really surprised they haven't played Niv-Mizzet yet. I mean, I guess you want to be able to have lots of value after, like you want to get value the same turn that you play it, which makes sense. And they don't really need to yet. But this actually gives us a chance, I feel like. As long as they don't have a counter here. Don't do it. Horrible idea. Yeah, nice. Good game. And that's probably why. They had a Sinister Sabotage. They wanted to hold up. Ugh. Where'd my pen go? It's right here. All right, well, 1 win and 3 losses. That is one thing that it's hard to say that it's just based off skill in a singleton type of format. Because I feel like if we had the right cards at the right times, they just... Like, it's hard to play around counters when you're not sure how many people are going to be putting into a deck. There's different types of counters, so you don't know which ones will work in each situation. And so it's hard to say without actually knowing someone else's deck what's possible. Like, and that's the thing with standards. I can go in and see like 2 or 3 lands played and know what deck they're playing, and majority of every card that's going to be in that deck. Where with this format, you really don't know, which is the reason why it is so fun. Like I really do love it. I think it's a blast. There's a lot of fun things you can do here. But at the same time, what I'm saying though is like, I don't think winning and losing necessarily, you can't take it at the same value as you would with like normal standard or anything like that. Yeah, if you find a really good brawl deck that just is consistently winning or just like has a really consistent stuff, then yeah, like that, then you can be a little bit more competitive. But when you're playing something like Kenrith, something that's a little bit more janky or whatever, especially just starting out, I'm not going to hold myself to that same standard. Anyway, that was just an excuse to say, hey, dude, I suck and I just lost a bunch of games. I'm sorry about it, but oh well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.